strong. They're strong, and they're great. They're great people. And thank you very much. This is a very important day because we're bringing back an industry that was abandoned.
Have you ever wondered why coal is suddenly back in the spotlight and what it really means for America's future, your investments, and even your power bill? Right now, energy policy is reshaping everything from job markets to AI infrastructure. And whether you love or hate politics, there's no denying, it's already having ripple effects across the US economy. In this video, we're breaking down a series of bold statements that could impact energy markets, American manufacturing, and the strategic role of US natural resources. Each quote tells a story, and I'll give you the financial angle behind every single one. So if you're someone who likes to stay ahead of the curve, whether you're an investor, an energy watcher, or just want to understand what's really going on, make sure you stick around. Let's dive in.
Other countries went to beautiful clean coal, and they've stayed there for many years, like China. China's opening 2 plants every week. Germany went green, very green. They went so green they almost went out of business. Germany was finished. They went to wind. The wind wasn't blowing too much. And they went to all sorts of other things. You know, the Green New Scam hit Germany too. And guess what?
This one's all about contrast. While the US has pulled back on coal, countries like China are ramping it up, and even Germany had to retreat when things got tough. The point? Baseload power still matters for investors. This is a reminder that despite the clean energy push, reliable and consistent power sources like coal and natural gas still hold value globally. That could shape the US export strategies and influence domestic policy going forward.
Now they're back to coal. They're opening up coal plants all over Germany. We're the ones that aren't doing it. I call it beautiful clean coal.
This is branding strategy at work. Beautiful, clean coal is more than a catchphrase. It's a rebranding of a controversial sector. If public perception shifts, so can regulation and investor interest. Keep an eye on carbon capture companies and coal tech innovators. If coal can successfully reframe itself as clean, it might just sneak its way back into energy portfolios that once wrote it off completely.
Today, we're taking historic action to help American workers, miners, families, and consumers. We're ending Joe Biden's war on beautiful, clean coal once and for all. And it wasn't just Biden, it was Obama. We're doing the exact opposite. And all those plants that have been closed are going to be opened. If they're modern enough, or they'll be ripped down and brand new ones will be built. And we're going to put the miners back to work.
Big policy reversal here. We're talking about reopening plants or replacing them with newer ones. That means construction contracts, supply chain demand, and of course, jobs. But from an investment lens, it also means capital spending. Expect activity in sectors like heavy equipment, cement, steel, and power generation infrastructure. This could mark a mini energy boom in regions tied to coal and fossil fuels.
Well, you know, we need to do the AI, all of this new technology that's coming online. We need more than double the energy, the electricity that we currently have. You take all of the electricity in the country right now for houses, for buildings, for everything. We need to more than double it to be number one. We're now way ahead of everybody at AI.
This is the AI ripple effect. As data centers and tech applications surge, electricity demand is skyrocketing. Think about it. Doubling national electricity output isn't a minor upgrade. It's a generational infrastructure lift. So if you're investing in utilities, grid tech, or smart energy systems, now's the time to watch closely. Whoever can supply or stabilize that power is going to be a major player in the new digital economy.
China opened 2 coal plants every single week, and other countries likewise went very strongly back into coal. Some of them never got off. Those are the ones that didn't have the problems. Now, under the executive order that I will sign in a few moments, we're slashing unnecessary regulations that targeted the beautiful clean coal. We will rapidly expedite leases for coal mining on federal lands.
This is the administration drawing a line in the sand. If global competitors are building up energy capacity, the US wants to match pace by cutting red tape and accelerating access to domestic resources. This matters for companies with coal holdings or pending permits, especially those positioned on federal land. The mining sector could see a short-term rally as assets are freed up and projects that were stuck in regulatory limbo start to move.
Under our leadership, the Department of Interior has approved the expansion of the Spring Creek mine in Montana, supporting 280 coal mining jobs and unlocking over 40 million tons of coal. And there's more to come in the states of Wyoming, Alabama, Utah, North Dakota, and many others.
Specific projects like Spring Creek are where words become action. 40 million tons is no joke. It's a substantial chunk of energy supply, and it'll fuel both local jobs and national logistics chains. Investors should track these mine approvals because they often hint at broader regional investment. This one move could boost rail, shipping, and even equipment manufacturers across multiple states.
The value of untapped coal in our country is 100 times greater than the value of all the gold at Fort Knox, and we're going to unleash it and make America rich and powerful again.
It's a dramatic statement, but it's meant to get you thinking. If coal is truly that valuable, should we be treating it like a strategic asset rather than a relic? From a financial angle, it invites a rethink of how natural resources are valued and leveraged. It also tees up potential policy moves to monetize that value through exports, reserve holdings, or long-term energy independence strategies.
Under this order, I'm also directing Secretary Wright to use billions of dollars in federal funding to invest in the next generation of coal technology, which is an amazing technology in terms of getting the full potential of coal and also doing it a very clean, environmental way.
This is where things start to sound like venture capital, only it's federally backed. Next-gen coal tech could mean carbon capture, emissions control, or even hybrid fuel systems. With billions in backing, early-stage companies in this space might become tomorrow's energy giants. If you're looking for a niche in clean tech that still touches fossil fuels, this could be it.
Pound for pound, coal is the single most reliable, durable, secure, and powerful form of energy. It's cheap, incredibly efficient, high density, and it's almost indestructible. You could drop a bomb on it, and it's going to be there for you to use the next day, which you can't say with any other form of energy. Virtually indestructible.
That imagery is intense, but the point is crystal clear. In a time where grid failure is becoming common, coal offers stability. It's like an energy insurance policy. Investors in energy storage or backup systems should take note. Coal's not going away anytime soon, especially if it's being framed as a foundational fallback for national energy security.
For example, we believe it's possible to extract enormous amounts of critical minerals and rare earths, which you know we need for technology and high technology in the process of coal mining, making in America the mineral superpower of the world, actually. In addition, I'm instructing the Department of Justice to identify and fight every single unconstitutional state or local regulation that's putting our coal miners out of business, and we are withdrawing all of those objections.
Now this is a game changer. Rare earths are crucial for EVs, smartphones, and national defense. If coal mines can produce them as a byproduct, we may just have unlocked a 2-for-1 strategic advantage. This would position the US as a competitor to China in rare earths, something markets have been waiting for over a decade. Look at mining ETFs and tech companies connected to raw materials.
We've been ripped off and abused by countries for many years with the tariff situation. They've used tariffs against us. We didn't use tariffs against them or in any way. I mean, we just didn't use them of any monumental proportion. So we are doing it now. We have tariffs on cars. We have tariffs on lumber, tariffs on steel and aluminum. Steel plants are going up because of it all over the country. We have 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. And
this is industrial reshoring in action. Tariffs are being used as a tool to rebuild domestic production. And if steel plants are opening up again, that's potentially tangible proof that it's working. Expect this to benefit construction, infrastructure, and manufacturing plays. It's also going to be a big deal in the next round of inflation reports and trade negotiation. Keep an eye on commodity pricing as well.
Earlier this afternoon, I signed another executive order to strengthen our electric grid by ensuring that coal-fired power plants are always available to meet surging demand for electricity. Unlike wind and solar, coal plants can run 24 hours a day in rain, sleet, or snow. You will not be subject to the incredible blackout situation that's taking place in California, where they have blackouts all the time. It's an amazing thing with California. They have blackouts and brownouts at levels that nobody's ever seen before.
With this move, coal isn't just an energy source, it's a national safeguard. The goal here is to prevent California-style blackouts by keeping consistent power online, no matter the weather. From an investment view, this could increase the shelf life and revenue of legacy plants. It may also boost demand for grid upgrades and load balancing tech that can integrate newer sources with stable base load capacity.
That's a big one. As part of our historic deregulatory efforts this afternoon, I'm also granting immediate relief to 47 companies operating 66 coal plants, very big ones all over the country.
That's a huge relief package. It means fewer shutdowns, more production, and more importantly, more jobs and consistent output. It also stabilizes is the business environment for energy producers. So if you're holding positions in utility ETFs or energy infrastructure companies, this kind of policy clarity could reduce volatility and improve earnings outlooks. So there you have it. Bold quotes, deep dives, and one clear message. US energy policy is changing fast, and whether it's coal, tariffs, or infrastructure, these moves are shaping the future of the American industries. If this breakdown helped you understand the deeper financial story, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps the channel big time. I'd love to hear your take. Do you think coal is really making a comeback, or is this just politics? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I always read through them. And in my future episode, we're diving into the growing AI demand. You don't want to miss it, so make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.